take you through the Blackstone's National Criminal Advocacy Competition 2019. So let's start with the winning bit, shall we? So the competition prizes from last year's winners, they all received individual trophies, £250 of Oxford University Press book vouchers, and a mini pupillage with 4 Breams buildings. The runners-up last year received £150 of OUP book vouchers. The best advocate of the finals weekend received a trophy, and last year's best bail application of the finals weekend received £100. So I'm sure you'd agree there are some good prizes to be won here. So why take part and what is the competition? Well, the mock trial competition is really what it says on the tin. It's where teams compete to be the best in a mock trial. So as counsel, they will present their case, you will cross-examine, you will make various applications, and the aim is to be better than the other team. So why take part? Well, it's really about developing your advocacy skills, but also testing your advocacy skills. Those of you who are thinking of becoming advocates, this is a really good thing to do. It's very different to mooting in the sense of the arguments you present, because you are taking part in the whole trial in its mock capacity. Max Hill, who is currently the Director of Public Prosecutions and a QC at Red Lion Chambers, he put a brilliant quote on the mock trial booklet last year, which was, "The skill of the accomplished advocate emerges over time and with experience." By taking part in the mock trial, you're going to develop that skill, and it's the experience that will look fabulous on your CV. You have to work as part of a team. Hopefully this year we want to put in 2 teams. That means that you'll be able to practice against each other. It would be really good to be able to get people working together. Those people that might not want to be advocates but might want to help with the research, might want to play a role as a witness, those kind of things. That is all part of the team that we need. And it's actually really good fun. If you speak to some of the students that took part last year, we had quite a good laugh putting the mock trials together, and it was a very good thing to take part in and compete in. So what can you expect? So you will be making pre-trial applications. So you will also be making bail applications or applications to adduce bad character. You will have to put together an opening speech. You will have to take part in examination in chief and also cross-examination. And you will also have to put together your closing speech. Now, I'm sure for those of you listening who haven't taken part in anything like this, you could be thinking, I don't know how to do that. It might be completely daunting for you. But actually, this is all part of your learning process. And this is all part of you testing out whether advocacy is something that you might like to be involved in your career when you leave law school. So Justin and I supports both the mock trial teams. Application to exclude evidence under Section 78 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984. That's one example of a pre-trial application. What happens is you will receive information about the law. That comes in the mock trial booklet. You then have to determine how to apply that law to the brief that you've been given, i.e. the story that the mock trial is based around. And in order to do those things, we don't expect you to do it on your own. You have discussions with myself and Justin. You do have to have a certain degree of commitment and enthusiasm in order to go and research and in order to think about the law that you're applying. But we do help you. Bail applications, they take the form of arguing for bail or objecting to bail, depending on whether you're prosecuting or defending. Again, the same format applies. You'll be given the law. You have to work out how to apply that to the brief you've been given. Justin and I will assist you. Last year's team had to make an application to adduce bad character. And that could possibly be an application as well to reduce hearsay evidence. Again, you get given the law on these areas. We help guide you as to what the legal issues are, and you draft that application, and then we practice how you deliver that application. The opening and closing speeches, we assist you in putting those together, and you'll practice on each other. There is a lot of, I suppose, rehearsal time, you could say, that's put into this, and there's a lot of effort that goes into practice to ensure that you are the most confident that you can be when you go into any round of this competition. So should you put yourself forward? Well, if you're going to be committed to this process, then yes, absolutely. Please do not turn up once. As much as we love initial enthusiasm, we need consistent enthusiasm. Okay, we would really like it if we had a team that won this competition. So if you feel that you can be committed to turning up to regular meetings, and I'm not saying that they will be every week, but they certainly will be every other week. If you can be committed to doing work outside of those meetings, if you want to win, if you want to be part of a winning team, then that is the type of person that we want. You also maybe have to have the willingness to have a go. You may never have taken part in advocacy before. It might be something that you think you might want to try, but you haven't yet had the courage to do so. I would absolutely encourage you to come along and give it a go. You do have to work as a team. There is a bit of give and take in there. You will know by now that teamwork is not something that's very easy, and that as individuals you have to manage. Now, Justin and I will help you as much as we can, but ultimately, whatever teams we put together, you have to work together as individuals in order to make sure that you've done all the work necessary for each round of the competition. So if you want to sign up today, we're going to have our first meeting in early January. On the Moodle page, there will be a link to a We Join Insight. Please put your name down, and once we've got a date and a time for that meeting, then we will email everybody, and you can come along and have a conversation, ask the questions that you want to ask, and see whether you want to take part. Thanks very much.